obviously when you're going through the fire, right, like you said, how am I going to feed my family? You're working for a company that's about to go under. So how did you navigate that part of your life?
Well, when I had my first one, I had a coach. So I had a former boss that I had that just open dialogue. He was my boss, but actually we had become real good friends. And I could sit down and talk to him about how to actually approach this thing. The first thing he shared with me is don't say anything to anybody until right before you need to get the transplant. So that was the first thing he told me. The second thing he shared with me as it relates to that is you work in an environment where your compensation is actually based on sales. So based on that, what you don't want to do is have the company take you off that business and give it to somebody else.
Right.
While you're working these deals. It's not like you're not going to work up until the point that you have the transplant.
Right.
So I followed his lead as it relates to that. I knew how long I was going to be out. We talked about this being on short-term, disability. So I was good with that. I'd already spoken to the insurance people. And then I had a managing director that I supported that I could also talk to. So in terms of those two people, there were no surprises on their end. The one I didn't work with at all anymore. The other I worked directly with. So I shared that with them. I didn't share with the others that I worked directly with what was actually happening. I mean, I was with these guys on Friday.
Right.
And on Monday, I was gone.